asset to the ministry of kingdom building. He becomes a great help to those that follow after the Christ. Here in chapter 7, first the writer declares that for somehow he heals a Sanhedrin's servant. He comes and he does something so miraculously because they're already on their journey, but he tells them, go and go where I tell you to go. And not only that, but he says, do what I ask you to do. And in obedience, the child gains their life back. All because of obedience. And it doesn't determine on how high you're sitting and what title you're holding. I don't care who you are. But because of who this man was, Jesus still tells him, he says, I know that you are over many people. And you know what authority and power will do. So I need you to go back where y'all first lost your faith. And by the time you get there, word will come to you. Somebody shout, come to me.
Come to me.
The word will come to you and clarify and justify some situations in your life. Church folk just don't know when to shout. Oh my God. Chapter 7 deals with this great physician by the name of Luke. First he tells him again that a widow's son is in trouble. But Jesus declares that if you do what I say, oh, y'all ought to help me take my seat. If you do what I say, and when I say, touch somebody and tell them everything is going to be all right. I'm nearly through now, but then he comes in and he talks about this Baptist question about John the Baptist. He said that some folks say that you are John, and some folk declare this, that, and the other, but who do y'all say? Luke says, who do y'all say that I am? Finally, the words come to him indeed. And he declares some things that y'all ought to know who I am by now. Because you've been running with me now for quite a long time. You saw me do all types of miracles. You saw me speak things though they were into existence. You even saw me rebuke things openly in the air. But yet you still have a little doubt. Somebody ought to tell yourself, say, Satan is not too far. Even when I'm in school. I'm talking about the church house now. He's not too far. Even when you're trying to listen to the word of God, he's not too far. Even when you're trying to accept the prayers that are being prayed, he's not too far. Even when you're listening to the songs that are being sung, he's there. Oh, because his job is to kill, steal, and destroy. But I could hear my grandfather singing that old song that I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. And he said that I promised him that oh, y'all won't help me in here. I'll serve him till I die. Yes, sir, that's the thank God that I serve. But finally, Luke says that Jesus denounces unbelievers. There were some folk that still didn't believe that he was who he was. He comes now and he comes in close contact with some Pharisees and Sadducees and some scribes and some chief priests. He gets into the covenant of them, and he says that folks say that I shouldn't go certain places. Y'all know how us Christians do. Reb ain't got no business down there in the Silver Star. Although he's passing out tracts, but he ain't got no business down there at the Silver Star. Why is he in the parking lot at the post? Knowing that I'm trying to slip in there, but Reb no more car, so I had to turn around. He ain't got no business in Club Plush. Why is he here trying to convert folk over back to where they used to be? Reb ain't got no business here. Let me kick back, and now I'm mad and upset because I got to go back home. I'm trying to help somebody, and I'm going to take my seat here.
Works up.
I used to hear them talk about some things back in the day about the two-spot and the brown jug and all these different places and Havana and all these type different clubs, but Reb was still there. Passing out tracts. Folk kept on saying, why is the preacher man here? But Jesus said to him, go into the hedges and highways. I'm nearly through. I don't want to bore you long. He said, preach and teach. Not your opinion, but my doctrine. All you got to do is tell them, Sapp, that the wages of sin. Oh, shucks, I feel like preaching now. Oh, radio just warming up. They ain't playing the 6. Finally, Luke starts to write about a woman. And the people announces her as a sinful woman. Let's talk about her nature. The nature of the woman was a sinful one. But it concerned everybody but Jesus. It wasn't the deacon's concern. It wasn't the deaconess's concern. Choir members, ushers, auxiliaries, everybody was concerned. But Jesus. You know how we get sometime? When we call ourselves saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Ghost. I just want to correct some things. You can be saved. Y'all with me so far? You can be sanctified. But you can't be full. Because anything full doesn't need nothing else. But I just say that I am of the Holy Ghost. And that's good enough. But finally, it looks here like this woman in her sinful state. Somebody shout that the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. Let me help you now. This woman in her sinful state, she gained money. Oh, they almost got it, King. She gained money throughout her business. But it was a sinful state. At the end of the year, just like some of us now was waiting for our income tax. The text says that Sister Kira's H&R block code told her that a tax She went and she purchased an alabaster box. And you understand that the alabaster box equivalent a whole year's salary.
Yeah, that's it. Come on. Break it down now. That's it.
And you had some trustees, some deacons, and some financial secretaries standing right there where Jesus was saying, hold up. That woman wasting all of that ointment down there. Don't you know that we could have sold that and made a profit?
Come on. Take it home now. Come on.
Tell your neighbor, say neighbor, sit down somewhere. That's what he's talking about. Sit down somewhere. He had some of the disciples here that he had to correct. He had to openly rebuke them. Simon was the first. Yes, Simon thought that he was too bougie because he was walking with Christ. Wait a minute now, you can't touch just anybody because this woman has a sinful nature. But somebody can look at somebody else and tell them, I know Jesus. We'll prophesy. It doesn't matter whatever I've been through. It doesn't even matter whatever I'm going through. But the God that I serve. Look at the text. He says that